Hello, 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 and great awakening to all of my Libras. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your weekly reading for August the 4th through August the 11th. Hello, 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 hello to all of my Libras. This is for all of my Libras, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Also for my Cuspers. So if you were born September 23rd through September 27th, you are a Libra with Virgo tendency. So not only do I want you to watch this video, I also want you to watch the Virgo video. If you were born October 18th through October 22nd, you are a Libra with Scorpio tendency. So I want you to watch this video and the video for the Scorpio, okay? All right, let's get into our reading for the Libras. Now, what do we know about Libras besides Libras being very powerful and very intellectual? What do we know about our Libras? Libras are very romantic, very charming, great listeners, very fair-minded people, also idealists, very understanding, right? Very cooperative, very diplomatic, very gracious, and social. So again, for those Libras who think they're not so sociable, it could simply just be the environment. Because I bet you're a sociable person in certain environments around certain people where you feel comfortable. Okay, so let's get into your reading, Libras. Most High God in the universe, please give me a special reading for my Libras as it relates to power and intellect, also as it relates to money and wealth, as it relates to spirituality and where they need to take action, also as it relates to their creativity and their emotions. All right, Libra, let's get into your reading. By the way, I'm using the Mystic Monday cards. I'll show you in just a second. I'm shuffling here. These are the Mystic Monday cards, and I also have the Moonology Oracle cards, and I have the Sacred Vision Oracle cards. Okay, let's get into your reading. All right. So we have the Empress card, the Strength card, and the Hierophant card. All right. You all are very, very strong. You've come through a lot of mountains, and look where you are right now. The Empress card. Look at where you are right now, Libra. Yes, the Empress. The Empress, the Empress. The Empress is about like having goddess energy, femininity, Mother Earth, really feeling good about life, right? Your life having much more structure right now. This is how you feel right now, right? Like I said, you've been through a lot. You've come through a lot of mountains. This is a major arcana. This is the Strength card attached to fire energy, specifically the Leo, right? So spiritually, you're doing good. You've taken action in your life. Again, your life has more structure. This is the earth. The Hierophant is attached to the Taurus, which is an earth sign, right? About money and wealth. So everything is looking good for you right now. Like I said, this is masculine, feminine energy, so it doesn't necessarily apply to man, woman. It applies to masculine, feminine energy, okay? You know, you've been still. You've been thinking about this Two of Swords is about impasse, about being still and knowing that the universe really, really has your back, right? But you're in a really good place right now. You know, you're feeling good, real good about life. And that's a good thing. So you have a lot of things to kind of sort of mull over. This is the Eight of Cups, right? But life is very fulfilling for you right now. This is about wish fulfillment. Life is very fulfilling for you right now. You're just in a really good space. You know, opportunities are coming through and you're just thinking about a whole lot of things, and it's causing you to have a lot of good emotions. This is what you're thinking about, like all these wonderful options available to you. This is the Eight of Cups, right? The Cups is attached to the Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, but this is about introspection. This is about overcoming obstacles. This is about, easing restrictions that you once had. So that's why I'm saying it's a very emotional time for you right now, in a good way though. This is about wish fulfillment. This is about pleasure, the emotion, the pleasure emotion. Again, you just being still and just taking it all in. Just like, I'm just going to take all of this in. I feel good right now. I'm in a good place. I've been through a lot. I've come through a lot of mountains. Let's see what else the cards have for you. My life has more structure now. And so you're in a really, really good place, a really good place. Like I said, wish fulfillment, thinking about a lot of things, introspection mode, just being still, and just, and watching things around you sort of unfold. Okay, we also have the death card, right? So there were some things and some relationships that you just really had to just cut off. This is attached to the Scorpio, by the way. There's some things that you had to just cut off. You really had to just let some things die, whether they died inside of you or whether you just had to let them die. But you had to really, really be still, because like I said, this strength card shows me coming through these mountains. You've had to come through a lot. So there's some people that you've had to cut out, just really just cut out of your life, just cut off. You had a lot of mystic messages coming through. So whether they were coming through visions, whether they were coming through dreams, however they were coming through, they were coming through. And so you were like, okay, I'm going to start paying attention to this. Like, what I'm getting for a lot of you is that you were getting some messages from ancestors. Like I said, they were coming through dreams, they were coming through visions, but that is the Most High God in the universe speaking to and through you, trying to get messages through to you, and you've been receiving those messages. So they have actually helped you through all of this that you've been going through. This is why you've been in introspection mode, like really tapping into that power and strength. And it's been really serving you very, very, very well, right? So also what we have is the King of Wands. A lot of you are entrepreneurs, visionaries, leaders. This is that fire energy, right? This is attached to the Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, that fire energy. A lot of you are entrepreneurs, very, very ambitious, very driven. This is the Knight of Wands, very ambitious, very driven, right? So because you're an entrepreneur, you're a visionary, you're a leader, all these other things, this also could represent a person in your life, right? This is also could represent a person in your life or coming into your life. Like I said, you're in a real good place. You've been through a lot. You've had to cut off some things, cut off some people, some relationships had to die. They had to die. There was just no other option. They really, really just had to die. And so right now you have like this intense focus. This is attached to the, this is the Swords card, Knight of Swords. This is attached to the Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, right up your alley, air sign, powerful, very intellectual. But you have an intense focus, almost a radical, almost an obsessive focus right now. This is, again, the Knight of Swords. This is you having this kind of focus, like this laser focus on where you're going, where you're headed, right? In your career and everything. A lot of you, I see you're very booked and busy, right? Like you really, really had to tap into whatever those visions were. Like you started either listening to more tarot cards, you started paying more attention to your dreams and visions and goals, and you started seeing the glass half full. But you've always seen it that way. But I'm saying, like, sometimes coming through these kind of mountains will help you, will kind of sort of cause you to vibrate at a low frequency because you start doubting things, right? But that's everybody. But now you're stronger, you're wiser, you know your power, you're on fire. And look, and so you're booked and busy. Things have just worked out in your favor. This represents, just to be specific and clear, this represents duties, obligations, right? Duties and obligations, right? And so you have a lot of obligations and a lot of duties, right? When I see this card, you can look at, this is about perspective too. When I see this card, this could represent somebody putting a lot of stress, strain, and struggle have you bent over. Or it could be the duties and responsibilities that, like I said, booked and busy in a good way, right? And that's what I see for you. Yep. But like I said, I see you have like this intense focus. This is you being still. Again, this Two of Swords is about being still, right? Because of what you had to come through, now you're focused. You have laser focus, and you are on fire. Things are just happening for you. That's why I see a lot of you being like really booked and busy. Let's pull an oracle card. These are the Moonology oracle cards. Let's see what the oracle cards have to say. Yeah. Like I said, very ambitious. You're a leader. You're an entrepreneur, visionary. A lot of wonderful things happening for you. You're booked and busy. You're really tapped in, like zoomed into your inner voice. This is your intuition. This is your ancestor speaking. This is the Most High God trying to tell you a fiery climax approaches, right? Wonderful things happening. Full moon in Aries, right? Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful things happening. So typically, air signs and fire signs get along very, very well, right? Unless people are vibrating at a low frequency. But let's talk about high vibrating, right? Since we're talking about Aries, right? So that's why I saw all this fire in your chart, right? So when we talk about like Aries, since we're talking about a fiery climax approaches, Aries have very strong leadership. They have an amazing self-confidence, very positive energy. They're very brave, very creative, very determined, confident, enthusiastic, optimistic, honest, passionate, and courageous. If I didn't say courageous, I want to add that again. But you have a lot of fire in your chart. So like I said, you are an entrepreneur, very a visionary and entrepreneur, very strong leadership. This is you. But you could also have somebody coming into your life that matches that same energy with you, where together you all are booked and busy. Like I said, a fiery climax approaches. So I need you to continue with this laser focus that you have here. This is the Knight of Swords. You having this laser focus. You've come through a lot. So right now you deserve everything that you're getting right now. And that's winning, winning, winning on all fronts. And so like I said, you have an Aries, or somebody has Aries in their chart that's coming into your life and making things better and turning the heat up, where you all are working together and things are happening just wonderfully. Like I said, this is also a fire card. The Strength card is attached to the Leo. You've been through a lot, so you're a very strong person. And so now, you're turning it up. You've killed off some bad relationships, and I'm talking about with people and all of that other stuff, and you've decided to move on. Right? And you have more structure. This Hierophant card is attached to the Taurus, right? But again, this is about the structure that you've created. You're just like booked and busy. Things are happening for you at a very, very rapid rate. And so, like I said, if there's an high vibrating Aries in your life, they're going to come in there and this thing's going to be kicked up another notch, like take off like fireworks, okay? That is what I have for you. I hope you have a fantastic week. Again, this is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your weekly reading for Libras, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I want you to have a fantastic week, okay, Libras? All right, bye.